Hey everybody, welcome back. Dr. Trina Ting is back in the daytime house. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you.
Of course, we should make mention that you are from the Advanced Chiropractic Wellness Center.
Yes, that's right.
It is summertime. We were just talking about health, alternative physio. A lot of people need to go to a chiropractor, particularly this time of year, because we're out swinging the rackets, we're out swinging the clubs, and the injuries definitely do come.
Absolutely. And that's part of my goal, is to keep you functional. It's not just get rid of your pain, but to keep you functional. So a couple of tips that we like to give our patients is the basic things. Sunscreen. Stay covered. Yep. Wear long sleeve clothing if you can. Also stay hydrated. Now, a lot of the electrolyte drinks, like things such as the sports drinks, are great in terms of that they replace electrolytes and prevent dehydration. But they are full of sugar. Refined sugars, as we know, which aren't good for you. Yeah. So it's really important that you maybe take some fruit juice instead, cut it with some water, or even orange juice and club soda.
Oh, that's
like
good. So
just
go
water.
with an alternative. Yeah.
Or you bring water and some fruits and snacks so that you don't lose your electrolytes, and that's really what causes dehydration and illness.
Okay.
On the golf course,
and when it comes to actually doing the sports, like racket sports, golf, all of these movements are movements that are twisting and sort of torquing the body.
Yes.
Can that over time lead to injuries?
Yeah, absolutely, because your spine is like a rope. You twist one end, you're going to affect the other.
Yeah.
So it is important to keep your spine as flexible as possible. And, you know, the thing is, a lot of us are weekend warriors. You know, you sit at the desk all day, and then you're on the golf course, you know, 18 holes, 2 times in a row. So it's important to keep flexibility, because if you have flexibility, you'll be less prone to injury.
Yeah, well, as a guy who refuses to admit he's getting older, I know that when I get out there, you know, I don't stretch properly, and I don't do the things I should be doing. And I'm guessing that's sort of like a domino effect. It really accumulates, especially as you age.
Absolutely, yeah, and it is important to keep to stretch before and after a game.
All right. Today we're throwing the ProAdjuster.
Hey, hey.
This is really neat. You use this at your clinic.
That's right.
And it's pretty high tech. What does it do?
Well, what it does is we scan the spine. And we use this instrument here. So we're eventually going to get one of you guys on here.
But I'm going to get on right now.
All right. Well, let's try
the pony.
Well, what we're going to do with Jeff now is we're going to scan every single one of his vertebrae here. Okay?
Okay.
And as you can see, it's just going to go like this. And what it's going to do is, as I run it down the spine and read every single bone, we'll do the first 7 bones in his neck and upper back. Okay? It outputs the data.
Could you feel those bones, or you just know they're there?
Well, we know they're there, and we do, as Jeff will tell you, it felt like a gentle tapping sensation as we went along there. It reads the information back into the computer and tells me whether or not which bones are stuck. Because if something's stuck, what can happen is that you get pain. Okay, so people will get things such as headaches, or let's say low back pain.
Is this Jeff's body we're seeing?
No.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, no, you don't have that problem yet.
I was like, wow.
Thank you for the yet. I appreciate
somebody
that
call 911. That's a lot of pain.
That's a lot of pain. But what it does is it really allows me to measure and find out where the problems are in his neck. So based on the data there, we can go on and pick the ones that we want to treat and which ones are fixated, and we can loosen them up. So obviously we won't be doing that today, but I can scan the rest of his back and find out where the problem is.
So see that
Tell me where the problem is.
I mean, what do you learn from the information here? Like,
well, really, what we see are each individual bone gets each individual wave. If the waves are very flat, then we know there's a lot of muscle tension and a lot of muscle tightness in your neck.
Okay.
So, and it's something we can't fix, but hopefully after we treat it, and the treatment itself will be a gentle tapping sensation. So we use the same instrument, which because it's a sensor and a treatment tool in one. And once we know the areas that we want to fix, we go to the adjustment mode.
Hit me on the lower back, Trina.
All right.
Let's
see how it feels with the lower back. So this is what we would typically treat on the neck, but it would feel like, and we'd hear, that's all you would hear. Okay? And it just feels like a really gentle tapping sensation.
Look how flat I am.
And that's where it's registering, right there in the top yellow bar?
Right. And so once the treatment's done, once it delivers the exact number of taps that vertebra needs, it allows me to rescan the area. So I'm going to do it on my hand, so it's not going to be the greatest data, but you get the idea that we scan, we treat, and then we rescan every single visit.
You're scanning every visit.
Yes.
Wow.
Because that way you get to see before and after.
So the patients can actually say, hey, look, I'm making some improvement from last time.
Exactly. And patients love it.
All right.
So do you use this on every single patient, or only patients?
Yes, we use this on... we use it on every single patient.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just going to get
a widespread.
myself.
So how long have you been using this technology? Is this something that a lot of people are using?
There's about 4,000 instruments out in the field. It was developed in Pittsburgh, and I myself have been using it now for almost 3 years, almost 2 years now in Stouffville.
Okay.
So we've had great results with it. You know, every patient is different, everybody responds differently.
Yeah,
I'm sure, Trina, people appreciate the fact that, because you go somewhere and you assume when they're doing something, and you assume things are changing, but to be able to actually see on the screen the adjustments and how things are going, that must make the world of a difference.
That's right, and even just seeing it. And the great component too is that the education, right? Like I can show you where your problems are, why you may be getting headaches, why you may be getting back pain. And at the end of the day, you're right, people want to see.
There you go. The tapping that you did on Jeff's back.
Yes.
What is that doing? Is it putting the bone back into place? Because it's such a small movement.
Right. It's exactly. It is a chiropractic adjustment. An adjustment basically gets the vertebra moving better.
Okay.
And it's just a different way of doing it. So it'll tap. It's think of like a woodpecker. Or for the men out there, they know what an impact driver. Most people know what an impact driver is. It taps until it removes the rusty bolt off your car. So that's the same sort of analogy.
No more rusty bolts.
Well, that makes sense.
Exactly. No more rusty bolts in the car.
For people who are weekend warriors and who are totally just butchering themselves on the tennis courts and the golf course, how do they sort of go about making an appointment with you and getting this actual, seminar or thing done? Because I'll tell you right now, I feel better knowing that my back's just a mess.
You feel better.
Right.
Well, I know it needs to be fixed. So I feel better about the fact that I know it needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
Right, and that's the first step actually.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
That's right, and knowing and asking and the first part is the consultation. So all they have to do is go to my website and call us and book an appointment. And it's the first step is getting the consultation done, getting to the source of your problem, and not just giving you a Band-Aid solution.
Yeah.
Well, and you can see the progress over time.
Oh, for
Absolutely.
How long is chiropractic now a way of life? It's something you do forever, and then you eventually get to maintain it?
Well, in my office, I say to patients, I'll give you a beginning, there's a middle, and there is an end to your treatment plan. You're not going to come in forever and ever. If you choose to, because you like the benefits of chiropractic, absolutely, you're welcome to do that. But if you come in for tennis elbow, I will give you a treatment plan and say, you're done for your tennis elbow.
I like that there's an end in sight because you have a goal. So,
Absolutely.
And I like the beginning, middle, and end. Yeah. There you go. Go to the website, advancedchiro.ca. And where are you located, Dr. Ting?
We're in Stouffville, just at about 9th line in Stouffville Road.
Fantastic. I love learning about all these different types of health and wellness.
It's fun.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.